I am back playing Fire Maneuver, and in this video I'm playing the Battle of Siloh as Union against the Confederates. Because the developers are going to make a new game called Free Company, I thought it'd be cool to reveal some secrets about the new game in the end of the video. Today I'm going to go immediately into the offensive. I am going to enter the forests and try to get a really good opening shot on these enemies. As you can see, there are a lot of trees in the way, so I'm going to have to overcome that issue by trying to really utilize my rugged units to try to slow them down. I'm going to quickly rush my units in the back to the front to make sure that I have enough units to counter the enemy's attack. I'm going to utilize this hill in order to have a good opening shot on the enemy when they cross the river. I'm also going to move up this unit, and then these two are going to go way to the front and really try to reinforce my units in the front. Over here we have our first shots fired. I see that my enemy is in column, so I'm going to change to line formation and try to shoot ASAP to try to really do a lot of damage to these units. So there's a fierce battle going on in the vineyards. As you can see on my right flank, the Confederates are really pushing, especially across river. But I have it all sorted out, as I have a good flank on my right there in the forest. I'm going to line up my men and make sure that if they cross, they won't survive. The Confederates, the front lines, are going to change into a line formation and get into a epic line battle. The Confederate line infantry that are in front is pretty damaged. They took another big front hit, -2, that really damages their health. They move forward pretty aggressively, and we get a front hit off on these, and a side hit off on these soldiers in the river. We also have a really big push of the Confederates on the right there, on the left. We have a flank going on by these light infantry. They are forming up into a column to make a dash across the river. More light infantry coming across my flank here. I think that's a pretty big issue and we'll have to solve it. So let's fast forward here and see what happens when we finish this round. I retreat back, or at least I was thinking of retreating back into the forest. There we go. We have a pretty good shot on these line infantry, so we're going to just open up with all my force, and also try to kill that militia unit there on the river crossing. And then over here I'm going to flank with my line infantry and try to really do a lot of damage on these stacked up line infantry. Again, just really trying to pick off these flanks, getting a good back hit there. Really going to try to utilize my artillery as much as possible, because it's a really valuable asset to have in your army. Going to end the turn and see what happens. So most action is happening right now on the right flank, where they retreat back and we do a lot of damage on the line infantry that try to cross. Got a good back hit off on these line infantry, and the unit there in the rear is bogged down, and I'm going to make great use of that by shooting them in the flank and really trying to utilize it and try to have them killed as soon as possible. I'm going to form up a line on the hill to have a really good range. Then on the right, a big push from the Confederates, and as you can see, they have a lot of light infantry on my flank. So I'm going to try to be one step ahead and try to really utilize my rugged units. As you can see, they do also have rugged, and they outnumber my light infantry. Going to move forward the reserves I had there, and yeah, let's see what happens. So we have a side hit here, -3, really good. We get a good back hit off on that infantry that left the soft cover. Another -3 hit. And then on the right we can see a big push from the light infantry that really puts a lot of pressure on my flank. And as you can see, they have only lost 40% and we have lost 0. So we are I think we are looking pretty good here. Again, a really aggressive dash across the river there in a march column. And then here we have a flank on my flank with the artillery there on the hill. If I don't get out of there, they will get a good back hit off on me. So I have to get out of there and kill that unit as soon as possible. I'm going to retreat to really utilize my range because they have efficiency and I don't want them to come anywhere near close. I'm going to change the direction of my artillery and going to get as much hits off as possible. I'm not quite in range with that unit, but that's alright. And then here we are going to really put a lot of pressure on these units that just cross the river. I'm going to pull back there and try to get a side hit off. And then with this unit we're going to move them up and really try to have a lot of reinforcements on my right flank. So yeah, let's see what more we can do here in terms of damage on the right flank. So we kill off that unit there. No, he retreats. But I think sooner or later he'll get killed. We get the first damage off on that unit there. The artillery also doing its job, having a good suppressed -2 shot. They're retreating back across the river. I think these are some bugs happening here, but let's just ignore that. -4 back hit. That's pretty good. Very pleased with that. We have only lost 4%, so that's really good. So we killed off all the units that tried to cross the river. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of slowed down. The left flank of the enemy, the right flank of the enemy is completely taken out by my quick force there. So I'll be able to flank around and be able to get a good shot off on the flank of my enemy. Going to try and have a good shot on the enemy that's stuck in the river there. Oh no, it's not stuck, it has ragged. Moving up, just some moving up. Going to maybe thinking of doing a aggressive dash and give them a taste of their own medicine, but I don't think that would be a wise thing to do. So I'm just going to try to have this unit to line up and be prepared for a dash, another dash across the river by the light infantry. Going to really try to utilize my range that I have over my enemy. Just moving forward, and let's see what the enemy does here with their light infantry. They do a side hit and we lost our first unit. So my right flank is kind of already, it's losing men. As you can see, the light infantry that just descended from the hill is also low in health. So we're going to have to watch out for that. Nonetheless, I'm going to really try to have my infantry to pin the enemy down on the river and try to kill it before they kill my light infantry. Just trying to get some shots off. So my thinking here is if I can get their right flank to crumble, I will be able to outflank the other flank, their left flank, and be able to really get a lot of casualties for the enemy. We kill that unit that's on the river there. We get a front hit though, and we are losing a lot of morale. My light infantry going to move forward and thereby losing a unit, but they are going to kill that unit with a front hit -2. So that's a really good sign for us. Again, really just trying to pick off these units as much as possible with our range, as we have range superiority over them. They do have efficiency, so that's why I really want to use my range here in order to really get a lot of casualties out before they can get too close. And now I'm going to put all of my units in march column so I can get to the enemy flank faster in order to get a quicker victory. So front hit, all of our morale is gone. We did inflict a lot of damage though on that light infantry. The unit on the river is also taking a lot of damage there. They have already lost half their men. And again, just moving up and getting a good front hit off on that artillery piece there on the hill. I really want to take that out quickly in order to really get a good flanking maneuver on these units. Okay, so moving forward my men, in order to really get quickly around the flank, as I have mentioned earlier. It's a very important aspect of my strategy slash tactic from now on. Yeah, so just some moving around, getting quicker to the enemy flank. I do have to say though, this is AI, so not the best opponent, but I thought, hey, why not do a scenario for you guys to watch. If you enjoyed this video so far, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because that always really helps. I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers too, so it'd be awesome if you'd help us out. Okay, yeah, so on the right flank has gotten very weak of us. We have this militia unit that's going to really try to buy us time in order to reform our right flank. We have lost 2 units so far, and they are being missed because we don't have the rugged anymore, and we could really use that on our right flank. Now we do still have this light unit here, but it's on the wrong flank since we don't have any forest over there. So yeah, just really going to quickly try to take out these artillery in order to really have a lot of casualties stacked up for the enemy in order to get this quick victory. Doing some maneuvering with the light infantry and really trying to pick off these units like flies. I don't know where that came from, flies, but anyway. So I'm going to target these artillery pieces with my artillery from afar. Now they have range superiority with their artillery, so we really have to watch out for that. So let's see this all in motion. So the militia goes around the flank, does a great side hit, -3. Now the infantry moved up from the Confederates. My unit is bogged down, but I think no, we are not in range, so this is very dangerous there on the right flank. Just moving forward, getting in range and really getting those shots off. -3, that's absolutely amazing. Suppressed -2, so that's also a very good sign. This unit is also going to open fire, I think. No, it doesn't. Why didn't it? It didn't open fire, but whatever. I think I just forgot, or it's just not possible. I haven't played this game in 2 months, so yeah, going to really flank around these units and trying to really get in range and get rid of these artillery pieces. Going to move forward. Yep, there you go, targeting. Now I select my militia and have these brave militiamen face off against their militia counterparts and try to inflict as much damage as possible. Going to keep my line infantry. Now that was not a smart move. I should have kept it on the hill because now I'm in close quarters combat. So moving forward, killing off these artillery pieces. Now they are not dead yet, but they are not far off there. Moving forward with these brave militiamen. Let's see if they can survive this engagement there on the right. Flanking around with my line infantry and really get these Confederates, really trying to get these Confederates on their knees in order to have a quick victory. Moving forward with this militia unit and then selecting and targeting these Confederate troops on the hills, and then more skirmishing going on and already getting in a march column to get around the flank of their left flank in order to really have them surrounded and do much more damage than they can handle. Moving forward with this line infantry, trying to really get close and get out of those forests. So it's best for us to be very aggressive on that flank. My brave militiamen moving forward and barely surviving, but no problem. We have our line infantry in support and really damaging the Confederate line infantry there. and then normally we would finish off these artillery now. So I think this will be the end of this battle. The Union was undefeated and victorious, and now it's time for some updates on Free Company. You might remember that the developers were developing a grand strategy game, Imperial Dawn, but the team was hard at work on this project, and while crafting the game they came to the conclusion that it was not a realistic idea that they could fulfill, since Victoria 3 is heavily innovating in its military side of their games. So they came up with a new idea, Free Company. It's an open world RPG style historical game. So I'm here to show you some of the progress and concept art that has already been made, 3D unit test that was shown earlier in the video, and I think it's a good way to kind of show what the game would look like. They did the complete opposite of Fire and Maneuver. Fire and Maneuver was 2D units on the 3D map. Now it's the complete opposite. It's 3D units on the 2D map. And then here, the unit cards are going to be flattened PNG images. You will be able to customize the different pieces of equipment, as you can see here. So you start with a naked man. You can like build it up, change the color of the hat. You can remove things. You can add things. You can. It's going to be very cool. Then they also have these soldiers made. It's Scott and Carolean soldier. I really like the blue and yellow facing. I just want to tell you that it looks absolutely gorgeous. Great shout out to Nico, the man behind this great artwork. So here you can see all of the units made so far. You have the Jacobite, the Prussian, the Spanish, the Swedish, and the English soldiers. And then, last but not least, in terms of artwork, we have these, I think those are Russians or Cossacks, I'm not sure. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, which will be like, I don't know, whenever I want to upload. Really, this is my second channel, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, but I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.